Being a black man in today's society is mentally draining.
A scary thing in a way, right?
Really just frustration every day.
I've been reprimanded, criticized, and challenged for just me being myself.
As somebody that was raised by a black community, it's been exhausting.
Think that we're not taught to feel enough, right? So
it's just like walking on broken glass.
It's very fearful.
And as a Dominican that accepts his African ancestry, I recognize that this is just as much my fight as it is theirs. I cannot sit by idly with this.
With other races being behind me, it just motivates me.
I'm waking up thinking of ways to fight and ways to contribute to the Black Lives Matters movement. I'm thinking of ways to change the system.
That has imprisoned, that has enslaved, and that continues to be controversial to our youth within our communities as well. Going into the field of education to promote, to empower and to educate our youth, not only just black and brown students, but people of different demographics and colors and socioeconomic statuses.
Most of the racism and prejudice that I face is more on the Middle Eastern and Spanish spectrum, but nonetheless, forever I stand in solidarity.
I do believe that my experience has been very similar to any other black male in America. Threatened verbally, casted out of meetings. However, I do believe that my parents early on in life did an amazing job with preparing me, communicating the importance of who I am, my history, that you are black in America, and that you can't talk back to police officers or people in law enforcement.
If you have any type of compassion about yourself, you feel sadness for your people that are losing their lives senselessly, but like to see how far we haven't come.
And we haven't seen any change.
When you have children and you seeing fathers lose their lives and not come home.
It's way harder for a black man in America. It's like society as a whole, it seems like it's a ton of bricks weighing down on you, so it's like you gotta wake up and ask yourself questions that other people don't. What am I gonna wear today? Your hoodie or your hat? That might make a white dude mad. What music am I listening to? How loud is my music? Somebody might take offense to this. Having to raise a daughter, like I have to think about every single move, every single step that I take.
Because it's how somebody else looks at me because of the color of my skin. That's a crazy thing to think.
It was a story in the news of a young dude being shot in Florida a couple years ago just because his music was too loud.
And to think that it's been possible and it's still possible to this day.
I feel like we got this much right here and more right here and there.
Isn't just, take a man life because his shoe was untied on the corner and his pants was a little too low, so he a thug.
We are a target. Anywhere I go, it's the gym, whether it's the gas station, whether it's the grocery store. I'm looked at as a target.
It's tough. It's mental, it's emotionally, physically draining. It creates a lot of inconsistencies in a person's mind where a person second guesses themselves because of what they have to deal with on a daily basis throughout just for the color of their skin.
And everyone sees me as a threat.
To feel like a black man in America, to me, is simply gasping for air. Looking for the day that you don't have to worry.
And I can't even describe the amount of stress that causes, not only for me, but for my wife that constantly worries about me and our son.
You're risking your life every time you decide to go to the grocery store.
Waking up knowing I could leave the crib and not come back.
Am I gonna come back home? Is he gonna come back home?
I hope I can see you tomorrow.
I'm just trying to make it home.
I don't know, man. I'm terrified.
It's ridiculous.
There's an old saying about how, black man seeing 25 is an accomplishment.
There's like an invisible, a visible arm around, black people as a whole, just putting them in a chokehold, trying to, refrain them from going to the next level.
You see these posts and you get to see again and truly feel how this country that you live in feels about you.
I'm frustrated because they try to keep the black people down.
It's not fair.
All of a sudden, that target on your back, you start to feel it a little more. And then put on this fake mask of of acting a certain way to protect yourself from the people that, you know, are hired to protect and serve.
This is a fight that our generation has been fighting since Trayvon Martin, as far as Black Lives Matters. This is a fight that we have been fighting since Michael Brown, as far as police brutality goes.
After seeing, you know, the Ahmaud case, I cried, man, because I saw myself in him and I saw my friends, and I thought to myself, this is getting close to us.
Worried about my loved ones, my frat brothers, my stepfather, my little sister, the community that raised me, because they could easily become a hashtag today.
You just get so tired, right? And you got all this built up anger, but the world won't let you be that way in any shape, form, or fashion as being a man. Like, you've never been really, I don't know what to do with these emotions. I feel like I gotta hold this stuff in and be strong for my family. You know, I've even had to go as far as purchasing a gun. I don't even feel safe with something like that, because I feel as if I'm, you know, caught in a situation with one. It just gives the officer reason to gun me down again. You know, outside of the fact that I was born in this skin. I pray and I just hope, you know, that over time things can get better.
But you know, I try to stay positive, but it's hard, you know.
It's okay to feel like you feel. It's okay to feel scared. Okay to hurt. We're gonna get through this together. Stand strong together. Rebuild our communities together. Uplift each other together. Educate each other and the others together.
And I'm glad to see our black type men doing that. I probably got that if I wasn't so old.
Feels like for once that like my people are coming together as one. Motivates me to work harder to become an even better person.
When you conform, you give up your voice, you give up your right, and you give up your stance and your power with all of the different things that our ancestors have fought so hard for us to be able to have within ourselves.
The young black kid gonna need this one day.
For me, you know, I've grown up in a privileged situation where I haven't always been the one that's been oppressed or been racially profiled. I've had cousins, I've had friends, I've had brothers to be in that situation. I didn't walk directly in those shoes. It could have been me. When I was in 6th grade, I was 12 years old, pinned down by the police. But, you know, that was a scary moment for me. Being that young, I didn't think that was called for.
Back in 1977, I had an encounter with the police traveling from Charlotte to Hickory. It was at night, and I got pulled over for passing someone. He informed me that he could either arrest me, beat me on the head, or shoot me. It was a white cop. My sons, I fear for them every day. What might be happening, just getting stopped by the police and not making it home.
I got sons. Think about what they got to go through.
And you fear the worst. Things have to change. Just stopping a black man and he's unarmed and got his hands up and you shooting him, or someone breaking your home and they tell you if they flee, you're not to shoot them because you're no longer in danger. But then you have white cops shooting black men that's running away from them, fearing for their life. They're shooting them in the back, and then they're not being prosecuted for it.
They always shoot up like a dog.
I'm about to throw up. Yeah, fool I done got.
Yes, I'm very fearful. Hopefully, what's going on today, there'll be a positive change to come out of it.
When I was about 16, about 4 black boys were going to the store. Black guys could come by us and throw the air ball, knocked out about 2 or 3. One of my friends teeth. That shit been going on all my life. I know the black man was talking to a white woman, and they caught him like damn door and cut his private off. I used to hate white people, but I never would kill them. I try to stay on the Bible side.
Well, the best I can put it, let me see now, it's kind of heavy. Well, I'm proud to be a black man. The way the black man being treated from day one, we ain't been treated fairly. It's sad. George Floyd been going on like that for a while. It got more serious now. Everybody see what's happening. Things need to get better, you know. It ain't no good feeling. When I see it, it make me feel bad. It ain't just not started. It's been going on for a while. I don't care what, everything we try to do, we can't hardly do it because they got their knee on our neck. We had their knee on our neck for a long time.